How well do you know your kids and what they're learning about the birds and the bees? In Worthington, they have classes on human growth and development beginning in the 5th grade.
I can top that. First in Dublin, though, it's 7th grade. Columbus, though, some form of instruction begins in kindergarten. Can you believe that? So the question is, do you wait for school to take it on, or do you take it on yourself? And when do you do that? We want to say good morning and welcome Kristen Hartman live in our studio this morning.
Thanks.
You went looking for answers, didn't you?
I did, and I learned that with school districts, there is no standard content or age for sex ed. That is one reason one doctor I met says take this very important subject matter into your own hands, as tough as it might be initially.
Dad, where do babies come from?
Oh.
It is the question that can throw parents completely out of their comfort zone.
How did you have the talk?
We were at the zoo and the rhino had given birth. And that's how the awkward question came up of where babies come from.
Bobby Joe Gonzalez's daughters
You want to do it? Because you're stronger than me.
were just in elementary school at the time.
So they wanted to know, and you gave them the answer.
I did.
In an age-appropriate, truthful way. Good move, says Dr. Elise Berlin from Nationwide Children's Hospital. The physician practices what she preaches. That means answering kid questions when they come up and starting the conversations when the little ones are just that, little.
Instead of one uncomfortable conversation, then it's many uncomfortable conversations.
Well, I would disagree.
When you have evolving talks over time, she says it becomes the stuff of life.
But if you really want to kind of help your kids and help your family have these discussions later, it's good to start with anatomically correct information from the beginning.
Being accurate about body parts sets the tone for later discussions about things like puberty and sex. Discussions the doctor says should be within the context of your family's values.
And if they really ask some direct questions, I think that's the time to be as open as you can.
Turns out honesty was a policy that worked in the Gonzalez home, especially with that baby conversation.
It was better because she didn't say something like, oh, they come from the Cabbage Patch or something like that. Like, you know, a little more trust.
We're able to broach topics that would otherwise be difficult to discuss.
And I go to my mom, which is really nice.
Because Angela Gonzalez says she knows a lot of people who can't talk to their parents about this very important subject. If you're having trouble with it, our doctor says get guidance from your pediatrician. She also recommends It's Not the Stork, a book about girls, boys, babies, bodies, families, and friends by Roby Harris and Michael Emberley.
What? What happened to the stork? All right, Kristen, quick question.
You mean it doesn't exist?
I know. What part does respect play into this whole conversation with the kids?
The doctor says it is crucial that you weave it in. You can't just have a scientific talk. It has to be within the context of your family's values. And respect should always be respect for women, respect for men. Goes hand in hand.
Good stuff. Thank you. Wonderful story. Thanks, Kristen. Appreciate it.